everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over 25 different Iron Men in my Marvel Legends collection, ranking them from worst to best. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. An honorable mention goes to my two partially suited Tony Stark bodies. I really love these figures. They're super cool and look great. This one I Kitbash with a lot of love and care, and this one I just slapped together, but they both look really nice and awesome. So now onto the list. Number 25 is Classic Iron Man. He is a just okay figure. His hips are the worst offenders here. They're those weird wide joint hips, as well as his legs and feet not having ankle rockers. That's a big bummer. He has no accessories at all to save his name and is just a sort of guinea pig for future Iron Men to come. He is barely okay and horrible at best. Number 24 is the Thor Buster. I appreciate the gold on the body, but it is way too much. The red is too centralized. I do like this color on the back. It's pretty nice. He does have those weird Y hips though. I don't know why. These ankle rockers are kind of weird and strangely done, but it's a pretty good figure all things considered. It just needs way better articulation and a better sculpt, and as of now it's a really tacky figure that has a weird feel. So yeah, Toy Biz should just stay in the past. Number 23 is Cosmic Iron Man. This was everyone's least favorite Iron Man back then when this came out, roughly around the Guardians of the Galaxy era. It was just okay as far as this figure goes, and he's still just okay as of now. Way too much red, not enough gold. He looks really weird and strange. His back is barely painted. Yeah, this is a very disappointing figure with disappointing articulation and zero accessories to his name. Number 22 is Marvel Now Iron Man. He looks just okay, but my main issue is the joints are super floppy and really bad. It's terrible. I also think the colors aren't that great at all. More bronze than gold. And the red spots, what are these things? It should be like this. I love this arc reactor. It looks really cool. But aside from that, everything else is just a dud and a mess and not really that well done. He can barely even stand on his own. It's quite the shame for a man of iron. Number 21 is Iron Man 2020. He is an interestingly colored gold. It's almost like a milky kind of gold, and I kind of like it. The red is darker and interestingly done. He has some really cool rocket boot effects and blast effects. But my main issue is, what is up with his face? It's just terrible and weird. He has jumpers and weird eyes, and these gears are very strange, and he has a weird like fan blade over here. Is he really warm or something? In this mold we've seen a million times before. We're gonna see it again a bunch of times. It's just old hat by now. Yeah, Iron Man 2020 should be left in the year he came from. Number 20 is the Gamerverse Iron Man. I am not a big fan of this figure. It looks like your regular old Iron Man, but looking up close, this face is like an alien. It's so strange to me. I just don't get it. It's horrible. It brings down the rest of the entire figure, which is okay at best too. It's kind of bad. So yeah, this is not that great an Iron Man at all. He comes with some bland accessories, and he's just okay and a cash grab at best. Number 19 is Holographic Iron Man, and I have to give it to them. The paint deco is sweet on this one. It looks really cool and awesome. I love this thing. Now for the bad news is that the articulation isn't really that good on this guy. He can't get into that many good poses because of these shoulders here, and it's just a bummer. I wish he could do better, but it's just your bog standard Iron Man. Doesn't come with an extra head or anything. It's just there, I guess, and the back isn't painted at all. If they put some more effort into this guy, he surely would be higher on the list. Number 18 is Star Boost Iron Man. The color choices are really inspired, and I like this one a lot. It looks super cool. The gunmetal looks really nice. The gold is really neat, and the pearlescent silver gives off a really nice vibe. I love this figure. It's really well done. The articulation is hindered though, so that would put him right here on the list. Don't get me wrong, he isn't that bad, but he isn't that great either. I just appreciate the colors of the armor being something other than red and gold. Number 17 is the Retro Deluxe Iron Man with the proton cannon. It's a really cool cannon. It's a pretty cool Iron Man that's very ketchup and mustard. I just find that this figure could be way better because mine has a QC issue where the hand keeps falling off all the time, and aside from that I can't find the accessories for this guy, but he looks pretty cool and the proton cannon is amazing. I just think they could have done a better job with him as far as QC goes, and that's why he's right here on the list. Number 16 is the retro carded Toy Biz 20th Anniversary Iron Man. He's alright. I don't like the sort of cheese coloring he has as far as his limbs go. The dark coloring is nice and the wash isn't really needed that much. I prefer a cleaner suited Iron Man. I like the head sculpt. It's really neat, and the alternate head sculpt and effects are fine as well, as also that card is too. too. It's a nice figure, but it just isn't my favorite Iron Man of the bunch. Number 15 is the Extremis Iron Man. I like this suit a lot. It is a sort of cherry candy colored red with a nice looking gold. It's very well done and super cool. I love how small the suit is also. It's more man size than Iron Man size. It has some interesting points of articulation and looks really neat. The shoulder pads are a nice touch too. Feet are pointed as well. The head looks great also, and it's a very sleek design for Iron Man. I love this. Number 14 is a twofer, the 80th anniversary Iron Man that I just grabbed too because I wanted both heads on each, and they look nice together. I'm a big fan of this head more so over this head. It is just okay. It has a weird like Pinocchio kind of nose that's strange and weird, but this one has a really nice classic head. I like the coloring for them too. They're both a sort of like more matte kind of candy color with a nice sort of darker gold. They look really cool and awesome together. They're great figures and a nice template for what's to come. Number 13 is the Heroic Age Iron Man. His legs are really bowed, and that's my one big issue with him. If he didn't have this issue, he'd be higher up. His legs can't really move in that much or inwards or outwards as far as these knees go. It looks nice. I like the coloration. The face is pretty cool as well. I just find it to be a lackluster Iron Man, even though it has some nice blues everywhere, some good coloring, but the articulation really brings it down as well as the proportions. Bring this one back. It deserves it. A redo would be nice. Number 12 is the Retro Classic Iron Man, a very nice looking figure. The marbleization gives it a lot of texture and nuance. I love how this thing looks. It's chunky, big, and weird. Yes, it has no ankle rocker over here. Yes, it has strange wide joint hips. I don't care in this case. It adds to the charm of how classic this guy is. Chunky, bulky, weird, and the antithesis of the previous classic Iron Man. If anything, this is the one you should get. It's awesome. Number 11 is the Modular Wave Iron Man. I find the fingers to be weird in this guy for some reason. They have these strange little pieces on it that make him look kind of webbed in a way. The armor is nice. I just don't like the color of gold on here. And the face is really weird. It's like he's frowning at me or something. Disappointed indeed. This kind of Superman looking thing is really strange to see. It's a nice looking figure, but I just can't get over the weird color blocking on it. It isn't really my thing, but I do think it has some great articulation. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Number 10 is the Ursa Major Stealth Suit Iron Man. I really love this figure and how he looks, and he's just great. Some darker colored blues over here, lighter colored blues over here for the limbs, as well as the torso is the dark blue, and the head is a nice mix. We have some red over here and red over here. Red for the effects. My big issue is that the plasticizer is already leaking from this figure. There was an issue where the crotch would break, and now the limbs are starting to break off too. I don't really see anything actually breaking, but it's only a matter of time before this thing probably explodes on me or something. So yeah, it's a nice figure, but has some issues that need to be addressed. Number 9 is the Invincible Iron Man, Dr. Doom. Yes, I'm including every Iron Man. This is a really nicely done figure. I love the body mold. The cape is really cool, even though it restricts articulation. But the look is what you want for this character, and it definitely shows. I have a bunch of these guys as Doombots, and they look amazing when grouped together, and they're so fascinating and neat looking. The minimal amount of green on the figure is nice, and it looks super cool and scary. Number 8 is the Atmosphere Armor Iron Man. I love this figure a lot. The blue is so nicely done. The silver is really cool. The gunmetal is nice, and that's all you need. 3 colors. It even has some color on the back, which is great. I love this figure. It's so chunky and awesome and cool. It just looks great, has some pretty good articulation, and stands out amongst the crowd. Number 7 is Ironheart Riri Williams. I love this figure. Really nice sculpt, very sleek, pinless joints, double pinless joints for a female figure. I'm super happy about this. The one thing I don't like is the helmet sculpt. If I can get past that, reminds me of some kind of walrus in a way. I'm not sure why, but it looks really great. I love the look on this. There could be some more deco on the back, I guess, but the accessories carry this thing through. The head sculpt is wonderful as far as the unmasked head, and this is a really nicely done figure. Don't sleep on Ironheart. Number 6 is the old school stealth suit Iron Man from the Ironmonger wave. I love this figure. The colors are fantastic. It's like an ocean come to life with a little bit of red in it. It's just beautiful. This is a really great figure, one of my favorite Iron Men of all time. It's so fantastic and great looking. The articulation could be improved, and it was technically with the other Iron Man, but the colors have not improved, and this one looks amazing. It's just so stellar. Yes. Cracking the top 5 is the Tony Stark hologram Iron Man suit. I really love the colors on this. It is excellently done, incredibly classic, and my thing entirely. The blue is really good. There's blue on the inside, indicating that it's a hologram, not Tony Stark controlling it. But for me, this is my quintessential classic Iron Man suit. It looks wonderful and great and just excellent. This is the suit for me whenever I have Iron Man, whether he be a hologram or a real-life human being inside. Number 4 is the Silver Centurion Iron Man suit. This reminds me a lot of the 1950s robot design. It's so nicely done. This is just great. The silver and red remind me of like a Soviet-era robot. This is just excellent. The head is really weird too on this sort of ball joint. He comes with some really nice effects that are pretty cool, but the color scheme for him is unmatched, and the sleek design is very nice. Also, boxy too. It's both. That's really cool how they pulled that off. Number 3 is the Stealth Suit Iron Man fan channel exclusive 80th anniversary figure. He is a mouthful, but he is wonderful. The body mold is fantastic, very sleek, really nice. The gunmetal and blue play well together. The paint is really nicely done too, peeking out of every crevice on the figure. This is what I want to see for the back. I love this so much. This is excellent. I not only have this one, I want to use for a Kitbash with silver mane, and that works excellently for that figure. It's just so great with a lot of wonderful accessories. This guy is awesome. I just love this one. Number 2 is quite recent, but no less epic. The Model 70 Iron Man is just perfect. This is a really nicely done figure. It's excellently blocked with the paint and the color scheme. The little dots around the figure, the lights are genius. This is just wonderfully, beautifully crafted. The bulkiness is great. I love the base is nice too. I do wish it were white, which kind of holds it back from being number 1, but this definitely is one of my favorite Iron Men to date. Well done, Hasbro. You made something brand new that is brand cool. Number 1 is Invincible Iron Man. My favorite Iron Man when I first saw it, and it still lasts till this day. A fantastic figure with sleek, nice armor, great coloration, beautiful blues for the chest and eyes, and it's just so nicely done. The shielded helmet is great. The innards are what I like too. The little gunmetal here gives it a sense of it being handmade. Not entirely perfect, but have some really nice alternate colors that work well with the figure showing off the inside. This plating is awesome on the back, and I just love this figure so much. The colors are great. The posing is excellent. The articulation accessories are second to none. This is the Iron Man to get if you love Tony Stark and Iron Man. Overall, Tony Stark has had a storied history, whether it be in comics, films, or video games. Iron Man is eternal. These suits look amazing and are fantastically made. I really love the transition from comic book to plastic. It's so excellent. All of these suits are wonderful in their own right, some way better than others, but they all deserve a spot in the Hall of Armor in your collection. I love and appreciate the color variation of all of these, and even the character variation of all of these. Do not sleep on any of these Iron Man suits if you are truly an Iron Man fan, and if not, at least pick up 1 or 2 for your Avengers team, or even your burgeoning Hall of Armor. Make no mistake that Iron Man is eternal. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.